Hi, everybody, and welcome to Money Man and SA Rugby collaboration show. Basically looking at who's going to win this weekend. How much did we read into last weekend, Z?
How much?
How much are we going to read into last weekend's
Yeah,
performance?
I don't think we should read too much into it. It is a World Cup year. And I think obviously it's the first match in Eddie's reign as Wallabies coach. A great indication is how the All Blacks, streaked into that 31-point lead against Argentina and then lost the second half against them in Mendoza.
Yeah.
So I don't think you'd read too much into those performances.
No, but the Boks look good.
They look great.
They look great.
Yeah, they looked amazing.
And it's great to be back, great to be right with a bet, and having fun again. So let's look at the game. They're playing. What's the name of it? They're playing in Auckland.
Playing in Auckland, Mount Smart Stadium,
Rugby
League Stadium, where the Warriors play.
And the betting has the week started at 11.5 favorites for New Zealand. It's come in by almost 50%. It's come in at 6.5. That's quite a market correction.
Right. I'm not surprised by that, though, right? I mean, the way the Springboks played and then the announcement of the Springbok team with that incredible bench, it gives a lot of optimism for guys who want to back the Boks. And also the odds, like I said to you, the Springboks on some sites, you can get them at 3.3 to 1 just for an outright win.
Not anymore. It's 5 to 12.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. But that's still not bad. We were chatting off camera about Jason Ryan.
Jason Ryan, yeah.
And what he's done with the All Blacks forwards.
Yeah, he's definitely revived that pack. Sort of brought in an entire new edge to that team again. There was a period where, with Fozzie at the helm there,
it was almost a year ago today that the Boks were playing. Is it
Mbombela Stadium?
Mbombela Stadium.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't pronounce that. And if he'd have lost that game,
he was out.
He was out.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no doubt that was the worst kept secret in the world at the time.
Right. Right. Yeah. And then they beat us at Ellis Park. He saved his job. We let them off the hook. He's still there, but Jason Ryan's in the mix.
Scott Robertson's taking over after the World Cup. And I've got a bad feeling about how good the All Blacks are going to become again under him.
Yeah, I mean, I rate him. I think he's a good coach.
And at any discotheque.
And he can dance. Right, if there's ever a dance-off, the All Blacks have got the edge.
Exactly.
But like these guys all have like their season, right? Like there's a timing issue here. And so I wonder whether, they said that Heineke should have got the Bok job after Jake. And then Heineke ended up getting the job in 2012. And the Boks didn't really perform. It didn't work out. And I just wonder whether not appointing Robertson, they kind of missed that shot. I think they'll be good. But
I'm not sure. Because, when you look at the players that are coming through there, it's not exactly the best All Black academy.
No, sure.
It's not prolifically putting out players like the
before.
Carters and McCaws. And.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of it's not a great side.
No, it's not a great side, and that's why I'm so confident this week that the Boks can at least beat the odds. Is that if you just compare the benches, South Africa's benches. 6-2 versus 5-3. You got Dwayne Vermeulen, Peter Steptoe, Ergies name on there. It's a powerful bench, Malcolm Marx. And you compare it to the All Blacks, they've got relative lack of experience there in some positions. You've got to favour the Boks in that regard. I just wonder there's a few guys playing for South Africa this weekend who are playing their first test of the season after spending the whole season in Japan. And, it's going to be interesting to see how quickly they adapt to test rugby again. Get back to
big in Japan, small in New Zealand.
Well, we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Look, at 11.5, the opportunity to bet on that was early in the week. Now it's down 6.5. Now you're getting into that into where the bookies have covered their mistake.
Yeah.
So for me, I wouldn't touch this game with those odds.
Yep.
I think if I was going to have a flutter, it'd be just a couple $100 on an outright Bok win. But I'll have a look at what the points are saying and post on Friday night.
Yeah.
Before the game
Make
kicks
a call.
off. So, yeah.
The Boks have only got a 16% win rate against the All Blacks in New Zealand since 1996. So
yeah.
the numbers are not great
No, they're not. But they're not great for any team.
in New Zealand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
And Argentina, Australia?
Yeah, quite keen to see how both of those teams respond to that opening round defeat. You got to feel like Argentina answered some questions in the second 40 there to come back like they did. But they're away this week. They're in Sydney. And Eddie will have been under, I won't say pressure, but he'll want to reply, and he's made some changes to that team that I think are good ones. That'll give them a bit more punch. And I think Samu Kerevi specifically, being able to get it across the game line at 12 there will breathe some life into that Australia team. So I think the Wallabies have got that one. What are the bookies saying about that one?
They're not saying this, but I am. They're two teams in poor form.
Right.
I think they've won 3 out of 10 both. Until I saw the game against the Boks. And it wasn't a B team. I'm not buying into that.
No, for sure.
It was a great Bok team.
Yeah.
A good Bok team. Sorry, I won't say great. I would have put a bet on Australia to get to the finals of the World Cup, simply because of their path is pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a bad call even now.
Yeah, well, after getting absolutely destroyed. And that's the thing with Eddie, because he talks these games up, He talks up what he's going to do, how they're going to play. Yeah, he really is annoying, to listen to.
He's the best thing to happen to rugby since John Logo. I love that guy.
Who is that boxing promoter? Don King.
Don King.
He's like the Don King of rugby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without the hair.
Doesn't have the hair though, yeah.
No. What are the bookies saying? That's a good question. They're saying 9.5 points.
Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's good.
Good for what?
I think they are on track in terms of what I expect Australia to win by. I've got Australia to win by probably low double digits. Between 9 and 12, I would say.
Again, another one. It's like I won't be betting on it.
You want to stay away from it.
Yeah. The bookies have handicapped this one really well. So there's no value in there for me. No, but two interesting games.
What about the overs and unders? I mean, we talked about the conditions in Auckland being wet.
Not during the game though, but it'll be wet underfoot. Like I said, those odds only come out
Closer to the time.
Closer to the time. So I don't have any total points. What score would you predict?
For which one? For
the
New
Boks.
Zealand? Yeah, I've got South Africa to win 25-22.
High scoring game.
Yeah, and I think Australia will be even higher. I think you're looking at sort of mid-30s to high 20s there between the two. So like let's say Australia 35, Argentina 28. Somewhere around there. Argentina 26. Yeah.
So you're seeing
60 plus on the second one.
They look so anemic against...
Who's going to tackle?
Well, I don't know. I think that Australia wins, and I think that New Zealand wins.
You think New Zealand wins?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, effectively then New Zealand will win the Rugby Championship because they won't lose to Argentina.
2 words.
Who cares? Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a 23-17 score in Auckland.
Okay.
And a 30-20 score for Australia.
Okay.
So right around the handicap.
But not betting on it.
No, not going to bet on it. I will bet on total points, but I'll have to wait until I get those odds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool, man. Good luck.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.